What's up, people? Corey here coming to you live, aka Lean Green Dad, and I've got Cleaning Ken with me from Healthier Home Products. How's it going, Ken?
It is going awesome. You know, Corey, I was having withdrawal. I was having Corey withdrawal. It's been a couple weeks. We had Labor Day. We had a guest on. Bree is so good. Bree is so good. I love Bree. Bree is so good. She's got some great information. I wish everybody could crawl in her brain for a little while because it's probably a dangerous spot, but financially it's a great spot. She's a very helpful person.
Yeah, I like Bree a lot.
Yeah, she's all good.
Guys, if you do not know Bree Sedano, go and check out last week's Facebook Live. We were talking about, we talk about a healthy home a lot. And, in order to have a healthy home, you need to be financially stable. And of course, with everything going on right now, it's very important to keep a close eye on your finances. And, Bree, if anything, will help you not only trim the fat, as it were, but also will help you think more long-term, because I think right now we have a very short-term, focus, just trying to survive, for goodness sake. So, keep that in mind. Go check out that episode. But today, my friends, we are talking about getting ready for fall. And it's funny because I'm coming to you from Orlando, Florida. That's where I live. That's where my family is. You can see the little mouse up there, right? I mean, House of the Mouse. But Ken is up north. I would say, Midwest, up north. But northern of me, that's for sure. And, there's a couple things to think about. We're going to talk about two very quick things. It's a very quick episode, but these two things are very, very important for the health of your overall home. So we want you to think about these things. Of course, we're always talking about, cleaning. The first thing, I'll just dive right into it, Ken, if it's okay with you. We talk about the exterior of your home. We want your home to be shiny, and you've got a month or two more where you can, make it like teeth whitening for your home. You can clean the exterior of your gutters and make sure that they are shiny and white and very, very nice. But there's also something that you need to think about those gutters. So, Ken, I'll hand that over to you, and you can explain some of that stuff, because I don't have a lot of that here.
Good intro. But as we are talking, I mean, both of these issues we're going to talk today really get towards mold too, which is a no-no. You don't want that in your house. And there's some they can be catastrophic issues, but they're also easily avoided, which is good. The first thing is, yes, you said the outside of the gutters, but actually the inside of the gutters are something that absolutely need to be done. Around here, like you said, we're further north, we get trees. So as summer winds down, the bees get angry. They're always, their flowers are disappearing. So they're looking for somebody to feed on their thing. Our warehouse is just loaded with them right now. It's unbelievable.
Wow, no way.
Anyway, the leaves fall and they will clog your gutters. And while that's a nuisance when it's raining, as winter approaches, clogged gutters build something called ice dams. And I've had several homes, and this was my first wake-up call in life. You get the house, you get the mortgage, it's all great, but then you got to maintain the house. And I had a lot of trees around that home, and I actually had this problem. So I want to share it and make sure it doesn't happen to anybody else. So as those leaves clog in those gutters, you're not allowing water to flow down the downspout, which is where it belongs. And as the temperatures get colder, you get ice forming in those gutters. And with just more rain and snow, that ice begins to build and it gets underneath those shingles. And you'll notice on your ceiling, sometimes in your house, you'll see these drops, water spots on your ceiling, but that means you've got a lot of water at that point that's been building up and dropping. And that's what can cause mold on the inside of in your attic. And oftentimes it's not even where you're seeing it drip, where it's coming from. It might be higher and then it finds a way down. What you're seeing over here in your house might actually be coming from way over here. So it's not always the same line. It's not that you're seeing the drip where it's coming from. So every fall, this is just a gentle reminder. This is the older Ken telling the younger Ken, that first time when you bought the house, or anybody else who's got a home in the northern climate especially, get those gutters cleaned out. Either get up on a ladder. I used to just get an attachment on a leaf blower, and it would curl over the side. And you could just kind of walk the gutter line, and it would blow out all those leaves. And you might say, hey, you know what? I don't have any trees around my house, but my gutters are still clogged. Well, this was my neighbor. My neighbor had this exact issue. His son was a very active sports guy. And it was so funny because I could see when I was up on my roof, I could see inside his gutters, there were baseballs all in his.
Yes, I had that problem recently. I was on the roof of my house And you'll see that video. I was cleaning with the the gutter cleaner, and I found a couple balls that were blocking the entire thing. I couldn't believe it. They were baseballs. That's exactly right.
But see, you're at least in a warmer climate, so this isn't quite as relevant. But I promise you, anywhere, and it could be in Dallas. You can get frost, and I mean, so these things can happen anywhere. But further north you go, it's definitely more problematic. But it's very simple to clean out your gutters as the leaves start falling, and make it a practice. When that last leaf falls down, just make sure you're up on there doing it. Now, there's a couple other things that make it real easy too. They've got screens, which I put on my house after that first episode. You just slide them underneath the shingle, and they rest on the lip of the gutter, and they allow water to flow through, but the leaves just blow off. So leaves, sticks, any of that stuff. So there's a very simple solution. You don't even have to get up there if you'll take that extra step and get those screens on. So that's a very simple thing.
Nice. And that's a great first tip. I think, even me, just like it's just stuff you don't think about. And you're right. As a homeowner, these are things you have to do. These are things you have to conquer. So I get it.
And here's my problem. When that happened, then I had to call somebody in. They had to cut out the rotten drywall, that was damaged. They had to put it all up. I mean, and it's a mess, and it's money and everything else. And you just can avoid it by just doing this simple little thing. Like I said, either go up there and clean those suckers out, or put some screens in, and you're done. That's one big problem I would tell any homeowner. Make sure you're doing that.
I love it.
Second, we're going to go downstairs. Now, again, this is not your issue because I think you're on a slab.
Yep.
But one of my homes as well, this is in a basement, you will always have a sump pump. It's a pit that is in your basement. The drain tiles around the perimeter of your house will drain into this pit. And you've got a pump in there that pumps the rainwater or runoff water out of your home. And you'll see when you go a little north in the area, you'll see these little 1.5-inch lines coming out of the house. And you're like, I wonder what that is. Well, it's a sump pump drain line that they're pumping water out. And in the springtime, you get thawed earth, and you get rain, copious amounts of rain, and they can really overwhelm your sump pump or push it to its limit. But I will promise you this, Corey, every sump pump, no matter if you buy top of the line, a Zola or Wolverine, or something that's bottom of the barrel per se as a pump goes, they'll all fail. They will all fail in time. So I tell people every fall, and don't skip it, every fall, make sure your sump pump is working. All you got to do is take a bucket of water, pour it into that pit. And if it cycles, at least your sump pump's working. That solves the problem. Now, I've had this happen in my home. The sump pump didn't fail. The coupling at the bottom came out, and it was just cycling as rainwater was coming in. And I had an inch of water, because it did go to a drain line, an inch of water in my basement. And I promise you, it doesn't matter if you get an inch of water, a foot of water, or 10 feet of water, your basement is trashed. Your carpet will be moldy. Your walls have to be opened up. You got to take the drywall off. You got to take the insulation out. You got to dry everything out. You got to replace everything. Huge cost. And plus, everything in the basement is a wreck too. Whether it's furniture, whether it's boxes of things you've got down there, all trash. So make sure your sump pump is in working order at the end of every fall, because when it's too late, when it's raining cats and dogs in the springtime, and your pump is out. So that's a big no-no. And in fact, like I said with the leaf guards up top, here's my other little, I promise you it's cheap money. Get a backup replacement in your sump pump of your home. They're battery operated. There's some really good ones for all in 500 installed. You get some really nice devices, and you don't have to worry about it, because if that sucker goes off, there's an alarm, and you'll know, even if your power's out, it's a great backup. So regardless if your sump pump fails or not, or the electricity goes off, put a backup sump pump in.
Well,
they're too hot, and I'm telling you, these two tips could save you literally thousands of dollars and countless hours of repairs and headaches. No one wants to deal with that. Plus, you don't want the mold related to any of this stuff either. So there's quick pieces of advice. Trust me, the older Ken is telling the younger Ken and telling everybody listening, clean out those gutters. Make sure your sump pump works every single fall. Make sure you do those two things.
Well, you heard it first, folks. Get out there and check it out. And, by the way, if you want to save money, if you want to save time, if you want to learn how to make your home healthier, there's ways to do it. All you got to do is go to that homepage of healthierhomeproducts.com, and you can find a free guide, totally free, no strings attached. Go grab it. It is a guide to a healthier home. It will help you identify some of the most dangerous things that you have in your house, how to get those things out, how to make your own cleaning solutions. And of course, it will give you easy access, just one click away from all of the products that we make that will, of course, make your home healthier just like that without even having to think about it.
I like that.
That's right. So until next time, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Take these 2 tips, share them with someone else, and help their house not get flooded and be underwater, because that is not what we want. All right, folks. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon. Ken, thanks for being here.
Good to see you, Corey. Welcome back.